Jai Hind everyone. Welcome back on our third episode of Interaction with Athelo. Today we will be discussing after internship, what is your plan in future life? Welcome, Athelo.
Hello, sir.
So
It's
today,
great to be back.
how many days of internship are left?
So I'm currently halfway done through the internship. Around 5 months are left right now. It will end on April
And
15th.
what are your expectations from internship?
So my expectations from internship are like that I learn the basic things that a Indian medical graduate should. I should know about the basic interventions, the basic medications, so that when I step into my next journey in residency, I have the overall idea about how to go about it. And I think I view internship as a platform that helps us transition from medical students to doctors, to caregivers, and learning about various ward work and everything that goes behind the curtains, which I think as students we are not very aware about.
And what is your plan after completion of your internship?
So I think like every other student here, I'll shift my focus on the upcoming entrances like NEET PG and INICET, and like trying to get a good rank and good branch, hopefully. Shift my focus more on like preparing without having hectic duties. So I hope, sir, I'm able to like complete it within the time I have left. And so here's to hoping that I'm able to get the branches I'm hoping for.
And for this medical entrances, you want to do self-study or are you planning to join any coaching institute?
So, like most of us here, I have also subscribed to online coaching platform, and I've been using it from second or third year. So, like I haven't been solving MCQs as much. I have solved a few from internship only. Before that, I just used to go through the videos and like for my normal exams. And right now, I'm like trying to solve more MCQs.
And which coaching have you joined?
So I've joined the app Marrow.
What medical entrances are you planning to appear in?
So I'm planning to appear in both NEET and INICET, although I would prefer getting in INICET.
What's the difference between NEET and INICET?
So both these exams will get you into PG courses, but the main difference is that INICET is for INIs, that is Institute of National Importance, like AIMS, and the NEET PG, that is to get yourself a PG course into the state medical colleges mostly.
Is there any difference, or how does it matters getting admission into state medical institute or AIMS?
So I think it depends on the person's wishes. Like um, each has their own pros and cons. Like for me, I prefer NICET because like I have a names right here in my home state, and apart from that, I think research and all those facilities, I would get more opportunities in INICET, in INIs. State medical colleges also offer a good exposure altogether. But yeah, I think comes down to personal choice in the end.
Is there any difference between specialty also?
Yes, sir. So like some branches like dermatology, radiology, medicine, they tend to get like you tend to require better rank for these subjects in both INICET and NEET PG as compared to some non-clinical or paraclinical branches.
Have you thought on what subject or what specialization you want to opt for?
So I mostly want to opt for a medical branch, maybe general medicine or dermatology. Among surgical branches, I liked orthopedics, but overall, I think I'll go for a medical branch.
What do you expect from coming years of your medical life?
Uh, so all I can say is like I know residency is very tough, and I hope I have the strength to get through it, and I hope that I'm able to learn everything. And yeah, so at the end of my residency, I want to be somewhat of a full-fledged doctor, so that I can move forward and like build on from there. And like yes, I also want to acquire all the skills, all the all the skills, all the interventions that a PG should, and carry on from there. If I take medicine, I would like to do a super specialty.
What if you could not achieve success in your first attempt?
I think you only have to go again, because like I know it's a very competitive exam, and there is a chance that I may not be able to crack it at first attempt. So sir, without a doubt, I'll go for the second attempt. And sir, INI set has two attempts, so if I can't get in the first, I'll try for the November attempt.
And meanwhile,
So meanwhile, like if I think if I give those 6 months solely to that, solely to preparing for exam, I think I'll be able to crack it. So during that time, I think I'll be devoted to the preparation only.
what is your opinion about those medical professionals who, after graduation or let's say after post graduation, leave the medical profession and do something else, like preferably in women, they opt or tend to become a homemaker or a beauty pageant, whereas in males, they prefer to become a businessman or a politician. What's your opinion on this?
So I think as somebody who has come through this rigorous medical training and come to that stage of like having completed PG, at that stage, if he or she decides to leave it, I think there must be a solid reason behind it. So it comes down to personal, requirements, or, everybody has a different, situation going on. So I think, so both for women, as you said, for being a homemaker, I think currently, like, they are at a stage where they can manage both, and they are doing so. And as for men, I think so leaving it for different avenues like business or something else. So it comes down to interest. I think at most of the people who have done their residency and completed few years of clinical work, they tend to go towards research or academic lines. And I think that's down to like getting better avenues, more family time, more social time. I think it's come down to that. And I think it comes down to that personal choice at the end.
Then what about those people who struggle to get a graduation or MBBS seat and who wishes to serve for humanity, for community? They won't be able to get chance in pursuing MBBS or medical fraternity. Whereas this individual who has spent his or in other words, literally wasted this seat. And what about those financial investment, which government has mm, done on this individual?
I think always there's two sides to a coin. So, like, of course, you can't argue that that money wasn't a waste. But sir, I think if as an aspirant who wants it, I think if he didn't get it in the first attempt, I'm sure that if he works enough, he'll get it in the second attempt. And yes, sir, this is true that like the seeds being wasted. And so I think that if someone wants to go for a different avenue, they should choose at an earlier time, so that they save themselves also the hardship that they have went through. So I think so. In the end, if you're shifting to that, like I think that should have been done earlier. But sir, yes, sir. But as I said, it comes down to personal choice. So like I can't argue that anybody can't do that. So like yes, sir. But it's a shame, of course, that some it is coming at the expense of someone else who could have served better or served the people better.
What kind of doctor do you wish to become? Let's say whether in terms of knowledge, ethics, personality.
I think I would want to become a doctor that my younger self envisioned myself to become one. One who has enough knowledge, enough empathy, enough, skills so that I can serve the people of my own land here. Even if I go somewhere else, study somewhere else, do my super specialty somewhere else, I would always like to come back and serve the people here. And I would like to, my father has always been a social person, and I've always seen him trying to help others as much as I can, uplift others. So that's what I want to do. I want to do my best to uplift others no matter what branch I'm in. I want to, with whatever knowledge I've gained, with whatever skills I have gotten. I want to impart better health to the my people here.
In your opinion, as a doctor, what does real success means for a doctor?
In my opinion, real success for a doctor is watching a patient struggling and fighting a disease initially, and your management makes him better, makes him smile, and uh, if he goes home well, I think your job is truly well done. And as a doctor, all you can wish is having enough empathy and have better such communication skills that like you can understand the patient's pain, not only treat his disease as a whole, make him understand and like make his relatives or everyone understand his disease. If we communicate better, be a good communicator and listen to all their problems, give them time. I think that's when we would have done our job. And I think the patient leaving uh, even if not cured, but in a better state. And like, yes, sir, I think that's the best you can do. And I think as a doctor, all of us should contribute to some free social or health camps for wherever we could, and impart our services at free of cost. I think that is also one of the things that would count as success. That you have enough, you have achieved enough that you could give your services at free of cost.
After saying all these things, do you really feel that you have achieved success in life so far?
So far, I haven't obviously achieved this kind of success, but so at the stage I am in, I think I've done enough. I've done well. I'm at a stage where there was a stage where I was not sure that I would even get into medical, and right now I'm studying in an AIMS, which I truly didn't dream about. I just wanted to get into a medical college, and I think ending up here, so it was a big thing for me. And so like I am a person who values other aspects of my life also, like family time, friendship. So sir, I have tried to maintain all that. I have tried to maintain my physical health. And success means different things to different people. For me it means carrying every aspect of my life forward without having to sacrifice any one of them. And I think so far I have done well enough, and I hope to carry forward that.
You see yourself more interested into clinical practice, public health, or teaching or in academics or research? Where do you see more interested?
So right now I would say clinical because that's where my interests lie, diagnosing a patient and treating him. So for right now, I think I would go with clinical.
So, in that case, would you like to go for your higher studies or specialization, or let's say some fellowship or research in India or abroad?
Yes, sir, sure, sir. I of course intend to do my post graduation, and even after that, if I have my interest somewhere and I decide on a super specialty or a fellowship after that, I would surely go ahead.
Like in our previous video, as you said, the number of attacks or violence increasing against medical professionals, whether may it be in hospitals or in trauma and emergency department. What's your opinion on this?
Yes, sir. I think these instances are only increasing day by day. And I think it's because some people think it's come to them because of the fact that even we see those videos of like, corrupt MLAs barging into hostels, creating nuisance. I think people have that sort of, um, uh, that sort of thinking right now that it is medical is now sort of a service oriented thing, that people doctors only try to do it for money. And that's why I think these misconceptions arise. That's why when the doctors can't save up the patient or can't give them the treatment in the way the patients or their attendants hoped, that they feel validated to attack them, to go at them. And I think that's needed to change because people's perceptions about doctors are also changing. Everything they read on Google, everything they come across, they think that's right, they know better. So I think that gap that has been created between the doctors and the general public, that should be addressed. And I think, as you said, in sir, those instances are so common in trauma and emergency. I think security should be increased. Some steps should be taken at the hospital level as well as the higher levels to protect doctors. Otherwise, if doctors don't feel protected in their own area of work, I think carrying forward this work would be very difficult. And like if more such cases come up, like even doctors would be scared to go their own workplace.
So, what do you think? Who is responsible for all this violence or nuisance? The patient's attendants, the medical staff, the security personnel, the doctors, the environment, the hospital administration, the police, or the government. Who is responsible for this?
So I think it's difficult to pinpoint just one party among this. So because it's a lot of factors at play here. It's an amalgamation of a lot of things. I think from the patient's side, they should also try to understand, and from the doctor's side, all like sir, as a doctor, I can say only about me. So from our side, I think we should be more empathetic towards the patients, and like I think doctors should be better trained at how to break bad news, because like at most instances when there's lots of rush, when doctors can't attend to a patient, that's when these instances start boiling up. So sir, I think as doctors, you know, we should be having empathy, we should be communicating better. Even so, you know, strict rules and regulations should be applied from the hospital itself to protect the doctors. Otherwise, if we don't feel protected, if we fear to go to that place, I think, so it will, these instances will only keep rising. And so, yes, sir, I think, as you mentioned, all parties involved should have some factors at play here, and everybody, you know, can do something about it. As these instances have taught us, like we can protest all we want, but at one fine day these protests will go down and we'll go back to our jobs, and like the same will continue. And that has been happening. And I think this has not only gotten to do with medical field, like everywhere, if you see any field, like these protests keep on going and like they cool down, but no implementation, no actions are being taken. So I think we can, uh, even if the government doesn't take action, I think at our level we should do whatever we can to protect ourselves, and that, to protect ourselves. And you know, the hospital should also take some steps, the administration should also take some steps to protect the doctors there. You know, more security, you know, more stringent rules about how many patients attendance are allowed, and better triaging, so that better explaining of prognosis of the patients. I think these factors also play a great part. And I think greater manpower is also one thing, because uh, most of the emergencies, most of the hospitals have a shortage of manpower. That means more patients and less doctors for them to attend to. And I think that creates an overload for them. And obviously, that creates these tensions and these kind of situations.
Yes, I do agree with you. Doctors in India are really overworked, overwhelmed. Yes, we don't want to go as of now in these details of this topic because otherwise we will have to stop at this moment. Anyway, how would you like your patients and colleagues to remember you as a doctor?
So remembering me is, I think, enough for now, because like, so I think we see so many patients and we forget about them. Like we see so many patients, but that patients 1 minute or 2 minute is like very important to them. So in that 2 minute, if I can connect with them, understand their problem, and you know, rather than just writing a prescription, you know, communicate with them, I think that would be something uh, for them to remember me by, that I was someone who actually listened to their problem. Because otherwise the patient will go keep on going from doctor to doctor, because at the end it's not the prescription they are satisfied with. They're satisfied with how the doctor talked to you, whether he listened to your problems, whether he listened to everything you had to say. And I think that's what any patient would remember you by. So yes, I would want to be remembered as someone who listened to them, who, you know, treated them meticulously. And yes, sir, that's what I wanted to be remembered as.
How do you see the balance between technology and human compassion in the future of medicine?
So I think as the days go by, AI and technology are only going to uh, improve, and I'm sure they will be inculcated into the medical field somehow, and as they already have been. But I think, sir, no machine or no technology can replace human touch or human compassion. So even though these come up, I think we as doctors should always keep updating ourselves, should always train ourselves. So AI or technology just doesn't replace us, but it becomes a tool for us to, give better treatment and better care to our patients.
What ethical or moral issues in today's medical world affect or concerns you the most?
So the ethical and moral issues that concern me the most are um, so it would be first of all about, as we talked about, those cases of injustice against doctors, violence against doctors. Because me, as a intern currently, I'm going to be stepping in my next step as a resident or as a junior resident. So in that, I would not want to face such situations, sir. And I think, as we talked about that, another thing would be, sir, overworked, overworking, and like uh, overloading myself with working hours. Because in today's world, in today's time, I think India as a country has so many residents who are overworked, so many residents who, have to stay in the wards itself. They can't go leave the ward, they can't go to their hostels. And I think that only adds to their mental pressure. We have so many instances where the PGs are just leaving their field or changing their branch because of that. So I think better distribution of work would be another one. And so, as I talked about in my first video, reservations in post graduation or professional courses is another moral dilemma, I think, that us and even our future generations will face.
Ideally, how much should be a doctor patient ratio in country?
I think different countries have different standards regarding that. And I think in India, there should be like one doctor for some 20 patients or something like that.
According to you,
Yes.
just a blind guess, how many patients are being seen by a single doctor or a junior doctor in an hour?
I think that would vary from a lower, like in a PHC, I would say somewhere around 50 to 60. And in a tertiary center, I would say somewhere around 5 to 10.
What's your opinion on gender discrepancy in medical fraternity? Like females opting or preferring gynecology as their specialization subject, or men or boys preferring subjects like surgery or ortho as their specialization subject. Why not girls can opt for ortho or surgery as their first choice?
I think it's down to because of two things, interest and comfort. I think men feel more comfortable in doing, mechanical or like hands on stuff. So I think they prefer more to go towards surgery or ortho. And females, I think, because females like to, gynecology being a branch of women. So I think women feel more comfortable there. But sir, there's no hard and fast rule as such. I think like many men also take gynae, or even females can go into ortho and surgery. But sir, of course, there will always be a sex ratio discrepancy in these branches.
What kind of legacy would you like to leave behind in the field of medicine?
Talking about legacy, I think it's a long way forward, but I would want to be remembered as someone who has, as I said, helped the people here. Because growing up, I have the idea of that doctor stemmed from a small instance that I would like to share. So my cousin, she had a case of hydrocephalus. So, sir, that I was a small boy back then. I was around, I think, 6 years old. So, sir, I went after. I didn't see her before the surgery, but after the surgery, I just went to check on her, and the doctor came in the rounds. And like the my cousin, who was a small girl, she, after the surgery, when she was all well, she said something to the doctor about. She requested the doctor that I have asked my mother to make pithas for you. She's preparing them at home. Please come with me when you discharge me. I would, I want you to come there. And thank you for saving my life. I will always remember you. And saying those words, both my cousin and both the doctor, they were tearing up. So, sir, I would want to leave something like that. I think something so heartfelt, something so genuine that you having that feeling that you have actually, improved someone's life, improved someone's condition. I think you can't expect something better than that from this profession. And that's why I think most of us had the idea of joining here. So I think, sir, that's all you can hope, that you end up having a legacy as someone who has these small, small instances, even if not something very great. But yes, if even if I have such small few instances, I think I would have done my part.
In true sense, that was really very cute and heart touching. Finally, what message would you like to share with the young medical students or young aspirants who are beginning the same journey that you started once?
I think it's a beautiful journey as you go through it, which has its ups and downs. I'm not gonna lie, but I think they're in for a journey that will change them in so many ways. And I think they should not just blindly follow in someone's footsteps. I think everyone's journey is their own and it's unique. And I think they just have to believe in yourself. Keep going. Everyone has a different pace. Everyone gets like there's no particular time. I think most of us we feel the need for success so much that we always feel that we are running out of time. But it's not true. I think you only get everything that you need at your own time, and you just keep going day by day. You take one day at a time and go keep going, and it's your own journey. So like, don't be affected by seeing someone that someone is doing better there. Someone I should take that because whatever branch you take, whatever subject you go with, that is going to stay with you for the rest of your life. You are going, even if you do something you love, success is going to follow itself. So I think that's what I would like to say them.
Said all these things, we at the end would like to wish you for all the success. Definitely, we would like to be there to see all your those dreams coming true. With a heavy heart, I would like to say goodbye. Till then, Jai.